let's get into the game. What was I even doing? I take a couple nights off, and I forget everything. Gonna have to start from the beginning. I'll review the time chart here and piece this all together. You're done for poor Kano now. He wasn't prepared for overwielding that knife. It's just not to rush things. Kano and Stanley might not have had their run-in with the killer. Turn up a bit later. There's someone who can cause a traffic jam at 1310. Should keep these two from meeting such a grisly end. Oh, yes. Okay. So it seems as though, to me, this may potentially be something here. At this 1310. But I think where we're gonna pick up. Sorry, I was like doing a million things there. Just having to check. Okay. And, something in my throat. I think the best course of action is just start into Minorukawa's story here. And, he may potentially loosen some of these stories. Welcome to the stream, though. I didn't give a welcome. As I was saying, took a couple nights off. Back with a vengeance. And I hope everyone's doing well out there. As I always do. Minorukawa time. Swiftly becoming one of my favorites. Slightly pulling ahead in the lead of favorites in this story. The goal is to at least go for a couple hours. And maybe a little longer. I'm starting relatively earlier tonight. Not waiting till like 9 o'clock on my end, so. Oh, we're starting with action. Shit, right, left. Minorukawa sprinted down center guy, dodging between oncoming pedestrians. Out of my way! Can't you people see I'm in a hurry? He stole a glimpse at his watch as he ran. It was just after 1 o'clock. The Burning Hammer sales demo would be getting underway any moment now. He could probably get an interview even if he showed up late. Still, he wanted to get to the venue ASAP to get a feel for things before they got started. The best time to scope out an event was before it started and after it ended. This was something he'd learned from Toyama. Everything he knew about journalism, the publisher had taught him. It had been a combative education, Minorukawa learning despite himself as the two men constantly butted heads. Oh, give me a break. What's wrong with my article? Minorukawa shouted. Oh, we get a nice little flashback here. Oh. Ooh. His voice was loud enough to carry throughout the editing department. Shut up! I told you to rewrite it, so rewrite it! Toyama sticking to his guns. Minorukawa recalled the scene from the days when the two men had worked at the same newspaper. Toyama was his boss. At the time, Toyama was the copy editor for local news. Known as the Red Pen Gatekeeper, that's a dope nickname for an editor, he would go around checking young reporters' copy like mad. Due to his vigorous efforts, a great many articles never made it to the page. What's wrong with it? Show me what's wrong. All of it. Smack. How can it be all of it? Coworkers stared, keeping their distance, as the pair screamed themselves red in the face. These arguments had become a regular occurrence, regular enough that everyone had learned not to try to intervene. Damn! I poured my heart and soul into this piece! Go back and read it again! I could read it over and over and it'd still be the same thing. Wow, I just started streaming and it starts like thundering outside. Always setting the scene. A load of self-important claptrap. Now go calm down and write me a more neutral piece. Taking neither of two opposing sides, the media typically seeks to adopt a neutral stance in reporting the news. Frequently, however, biased reporting still results in one-sided thinking taking hold amongst the general public. In the end, it is up to the individual to make an objective assessment of any news event. Calm down? You must be joking. I write what I feel in my heart. That's the one thing I refuse to back down on. Then it's the one thing that'll keep getting your copy rejected. Aren't you the one who told me to be bold and daring with my writing? Yeah, I did, but I don't remember telling you to write me garbage. Fucking glack. By now, Minorikawa and Toyama were practically at each other's throats. Still, despite these almost daily shouting matches, Minorikawa never resented Toyama. Not really. How could he write a piece in a way that would shut Toyama up? Trying to figure that out was how he had developed his skills as a reporter. Up until he quit his position at the newspaper to start his own publishing company, Toyama had been a stubborn old man in the finest sense of the term. Now a dying breed in Japan. What? The sort who'd be inclined to use knuckles before words to remedy a child's bad behavior. Inflexible but still emotionally brittle. Their signature move is to drive a wayward kid out of the house with the exclamation, "You fool! You're no son of mine, I disown you!" Only to wait a while, go find the son who's crying down by the dry riverbed, and calmly murmur, "Come on, your supper is getting cold." Okay. But then, in order to keep his company afloat, at some point he had abandoned all his ideals and principles. It was disgraceful. Just disgraceful. Thinking about it made Minorikawa's blood boil. It ranked him to know. Rankle. Him to know that such a pathetic remnant of a man had been such an influence on him. He reminded himself once again that he needed to wrap up his current job as soon as possible. By now, Minorikawa was getting close to the demo site. He increased his speed. Speed increasing! Oh, shit! He wound up barreling into someone who was walking into a knick-knack shop. A newly opened general variety store. The place is primarily a second-hand shop with posters inside proclaiming things like, "We'll take what you don't need," and "We buy computers at top prices." Von Dutch, dude. It was a girl about high school age. She jumped to her feet, then snatched Minorikawa by the collar. Damn. What a good picture. "Hey, watch where you're going," she snapped. Her upper body strength was impressive, to say the least. The chokehold she had on his neck made it almost impossible for him to breathe. He had to do something fast. No. Bad, B, bad. Here we go. Sorry. He bowed his head in apology. He was in too much of a hurry to get caught up in an argument now. But the girl didn't let go. Instead, she tightened her grip. Look, I'm sorry for not looking where I was going." Minorikawa could barely croak out his apology. "Oh, fine. I'll let it slide this once," the girl said. She relaxed her hold with a scowl. "Wait, hold on," she murmured. She stared good and hard at Minorikawa's face. "Hey, you're Mr. Minorikawa." Surprised, Minorikawa gave her another look. "Miku?" "Of course, it's Miku." "Yeah, wow, so you do remember me." She smiled with delight, apparently forgetting that she'd just been wringing his neck. Wow, how long it's been? She asked. About 5 years, I think. You still doing your bonsai stuff? Nah, she replied. I gave that up. Miko had been Japan's bonsai champion back when she was in middle school. She was bonsai! Mention of bonsai likely calls to mind elderly hobbyists, but recently the art is attracting more young people. As are other aspects of Japanese-style interior design, varieties of cherry and maple, smaller than normal bonsai, are becoming popular with practitioners, as are fruit-bearing trees such as plum leaf apple, or even spherical balls of soil covered in moss, shaped to look like cute little miniature plants with plants growing over their surface. Look at them! Oh my god, it is a thundering. One day, local delinquents had vandalized dozens of Miku's bonsai pieces. Man, fuck them. Norikawa had met her when he interviewed her about the incident. I want to get strong, she had said. Strong enough to beat those guys up. And so Norikawa had introduced Miku to an acquaintance of his who ran a martial arts dojo. Aw, that's sweet. Well, you sure got him strong alright, Norikawa said. That's the sort of gal I am. Miku handed him a flyer. It read, what is this flyer? Huh. It read, Ladies Mixed Martial Arts Pub Bride. A show pub that began as a side venture for a group of female mixed martial arts fighters who were facing financial difficulties. Oh, also, I should also say, if for some reason power gets knocked out, stream goes out. That'll be done. Alright, facing financial difficulties. There's an octagonal ring inside the pub, and the rules state that anything goes between the young women who fight inside. Customers are able to take in the fights while enjoying their drinks. So, Ladies Mixed Martial Arts Pub Bride. Present this flyer for a free drink. Oh, that's a pretty good deal. It's a place where you can watch girls fight in the ring while you have some drinks, Miku said. That sounds pretty fun, actually. Norikawa could feel himself being pulled in all the wrong directions by the prospect. You should come see one of my matches sometime. I'm the reigning champion. Miku beamed with pride. Wait, you're the champion? Yikes, good thing I apologized when I did. In that case, I'll definitely have to swing by sometime soon. Right now I'm in sort of a hurry, though. Oh, sure, Miku said. Catch you later, then. She headed into the shop as Norikawa rushed off toward the sales demo. At long last, he arrived at the Nokane building, where the event was being held. The wall by the elevator was plastered with posters about Burning Hammer. Get it or regret it. As seen in magazines, 100% weight loss guaranteed. This is blatantly false advertising. The messaging was kind of a mess. It felt like they'd been thrown together at the last minute. Norikawa avoided the elevator in favor of the stairs, rushing up to the event site on the 3rd floor. Emerging from the stairwell, he saw more posters on the wall pointing the way to the sales demo. He followed the arrows to a room deeper within the building. Look at all the women! Opening the door, he saw about 50 chairs, most of them occupied by female attendees. There was a stage set up at the far end of the room, but nobody was on it. It appeared that the event had yet to begin. Norikawa quickly looked over the crowd. Wow, that was some wicked lightning there. Roughly half of the women were somewhat elderly. All of them looked like they could stand to lose some weight, and for some of them at least, that ship had surely sailed some time ago. The crowd gazed at the stage with rapt anticipation. A beverage that allowed you to eat plenty and still lose weight was definitely an appetizing proposition. Could something like that really exist, though? Ah, well, Norikawa was just going to have to wait and see. He did his best to get his mind into journalism mode. Journalism mode! Engage! Time passed, but the demo didn't start. The audience began grumbling in frustration. Then a heavy-set young woman took the stage and gave a little bow. It was a girl from the cafe, the one with the amazing appetite. The audience broke into applause, their patience finally rewarded. I don't think she has good news. But as everyone leaned forward expectantly, the girl on stage began performing magic tricks. Oh, shit. She already knows some magic tricks. She twiddled a silk hat and pulled a bunch of flowers from inside it. Sparse applause rose up from the crowd. The young woman immediately went on to perform another trick, and then another. Ta-da! A coin in her hand became 3 coins as she spoke her magic words. She's not very good at this, Minorikawa thought. Though whether she was good or bad wasn't really the issue. He had a tight schedule to keep. This was no time to stand around watching silly sleight-of-hand antics. Scanning the room, he spotted a man who looked like he's probably in charge. Minorikawa headed over to him. Hey, you, the one running this... Oh, it's not a second comma there. Hey, you the one running this thing? Well, yes. When's the actual sales demo going to start? Soon. Very soon, yep. In how many minutes? You know, soon. I asked for a number. Just, soon, real soon. This was getting him nowhere. 3 minutes, Minorikawa declared. Damn. He held up 3 fingers to emphasize his point. If this thing doesn't start in 3 minutes, if it doesn't start, then what? No, we're just gonna go with C. There's no need to create a ruckus. We don't need to be heartbroken. We don't need to be dramatic and say heartbroken. I'm just gonna go home. He kept his tone clipped and cool. Hey now, no need for that, sir. Just settle down. Who doesn't like a silly little magic show now and then? You've got 2 minutes. Hey, a minute can't have passed already. 1 minute. Whoa! Just what kind of watch you got there? What an image here. Tell me why the demo isn't starting. Ah, well, no real reason, really. The man was getting seriously flustered. I wanted folks to get to see a little magic show first. Nope, try again. 30 seconds left. Okay, all right. What happened is, the required merchandise, what happened to the merchandise? Norikawa demanded. He gave the guy a dagger stare. Well, it's just, Time's up. What? The man's face went pale. Oh, no! Oh, no. I wasn't expecting that. Shit. There's gotta be a jump somewhere. Jump, jump, jump. Jump, 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 jump. We're expecting a lot of jumps here. Jesus. Well, really what I need to do is, still try to cause something at 310. Is it possibly this? Do I need to hit the girl? Do I need to physical violence against a little girl? Will that cause a ruckus enough to cause traffic problems and then whatever? This is my first guess. Take this! He drove a punch right into the girl's flank. To his amazement, the girl shrugged off the blow as if it were nothing, her grip on his collar tightening further. Oh, you want to throw down, huh? She sneered. Shifting position suddenly, she snatched Minorikawa by the hair, and dragged him out into the road. Oh, maybe I got it. Oh, shit. Minorikawa, no. Before he could process the trouble he was in, it was already too late. Just gonna let him just get beat. He cowered away from her, shielding his face with his arms, only to feel the impact of a rain of punches and kicks on his exposed back and sides. Pain shot through his body as each blow landed with a perversely satisfying thump. And then the pain continued to intensify. Oh crap, I'm I'm going to die here, aren't I? Never thought my life would end so soon. Huh? His assailant paused suddenly. Wait, don't I know you? She stared down into his face. Hey, you're Mr. Minorikawa. Shocked to hear his own name, Minorikawa peered up at the girl. Miku? Yeah. Wow, so you do remember me. Her tone was bubbly, as if the beating she'd been dishing was all fun and games. Sorry, I didn't realize it was you. She held out a hand to help Minorikawa back to his feet. Wow, how long has it been? She asked. About 5 years, I think, he said cautiously. You, still doing your bonsai stuff? Nah, she replied. I gave that up. Miku had been Japan's bonsai champion back when she was in middle school. Oh, we gotta keep going. One day, local delinquents had vandalized dozens of Miku's bonsai pieces. Minorikawa had met her when he interviewed her about the incident. I want to get strong, she had said. I want to be able to beat those guys up. And so Minorikawa had introduced Miku to an acquaintance of his who ran a martial arts dojo. Man, you sure have gotten strong, Minorikawa said. Well, that's the sort of gal I am. Miku handed him a flyer. So it's slightly different. It read, Ladies Mixed Martial Arts Pub Bride. Present this flyer for a free drink. It's a place where you can watch girls fight in the ring while you have some drinks, Miku said. That sounds pretty fun, actually. Minorikawa could feel himself being pulled in all the wrong directions by the prospect. You should come see one of my matches sometime. I'm the current champion there. Miku beamed with pride. Wait, you're the champion? Well, he'd seen firsthand how strong she was. Miku nodded. What are you up to now? She asked. Working? Yeah, running around trying to get interviews. Right now I'm heading to, what was it again? An Okane building? That's it. Oh, I can take you there, she said. I can use the exercise. Now, if you'll beg my pardon. Damn. Miku casually hefted Minorikawa up onto her back and broke into a jog. Before long, they arrived at the Nokane building. Minorikawa thanked Miku as she set him down on the sidewalk, and the two parted ways. Just getting lifted. At long last, he arrived at the Nokane building where the event was being held. Alright, now we're probably back into the, normal timeline. Okay, so that's not 310. That gives us... I'm still looking for... Is this potentially it? I'm gonna say it's probably this. He jutted his jaw toward the phone in the backseat console. Couldn't this wait just a little bit, sir? Asawa asked. Maybe you could still find a way out. You already know what my decision is, Makino said. His tone carried an edge of intimidation. Asawa didn't reply, he simply stared at the telephone. He felt like an insect who'd had all its legs plucked off. You need to think about your wife, too. Makino's words were barely above a murmur. Realizing that his boss was speaking as his father, Asawa couldn't bring himself to resist further. He reached out for the phone. It would be around 10 p.m. local time for the American firm. He decided to call his contact's personal phone. Doesn't look like that's changing anything. I'm gonna check out on the rain real quick. Give me like a sec here. Let me try to see something. Yeah, that is just a massive downpour. I didn't know it was supposed to rain like that tonight at all. Okay, so that's not it either. It's not this. What was going on in here? Check this really quick. It was true those actions didn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, he seemed more interested in taking out the man with the cane than going after you. Oh, this doesn't seem like it'll do anything. Maybe there's bad blood between them. Achi let out a little chuckle. If we're lucky, maybe they'll take each other out for us. He felt a rush of relief, reassured that Hitomi didn't doubt his motives. Oh, we just gotta go. Regardless, though, we have to track down that blue van. The sound of a child's cry came from behind them. Bam, turning to look, they saw the kidnapper rushing toward them. He had knocked over a little girl who was in his way. No rest. Uh-oh. The light in my apartment flickered. So... I'm telling you, if the power goes out, it is raining pretty damn hard. But yeah, the light in my apartment just flicked. So I'm stressing. It's a very real possibility that something happens. But I really hope that doesn't happen. It'd be upsetting. No rest for the weary, Achi sighed. Yet again, he and Hitomi sprinted away. Do you think he took out the guy with the cane? Hitomi's words came between panting huffs. Maybe. Achi glanced back at the pursuer. What? There was someone else with him. Now they were being chased down by two foreigners. I like this better when it was just, we were just running from one guy with a cane. In a one-on-one fight, Achi was confident he could keep Hitomi safe. One-on-two, though, that was a different story. One guy might get a hold of her while he was facing off against the other. He had to make sure they lost those creeps, no matter what. Yeah, that didn't change anything. Trying to think. I mean, do I just go? Oh, see here we got Tama to just a completely bad end. What is? Telling about the prime suspect and apparent terrorist bomb. Byard showed up earlier. Tama's arguments with sales clerk might never have happened. So that someone's actions at 305 are the key to changing Tama's fate. Oh, that someone's actions at 305 are the key to changing Tama's fate. The buyer had shown up earlier. The buyer has to be that girl. The buyer had shown up earlier. Tama's argument with the sales clerk might never have happened. So I changed something that had happened. So when she met Norikawa, so I need to make sure that so now that we've, because I don't know which, I mean, I could put two and two together and say the option where you're not getting the ride from the girl Miku probably is the good option because that takes up more of her time. and you probably, it's saying like, I went back and I did the wrong decision there, because then I doubled back and she gave me the ride. So, what I should do is I'm gonna check what the other side of this thing does. See if that changes anything, and then I'm gonna have to go back to Minorikawa, reset it to just being like, oh, nice to meet you. Not get the piggyback ride. And I assume that would fix. I think I hear hail. Is that what I hear? I'm gonna be right back again. Yeah, it's straight up hail. I don't know if that's able to be picked up. If loud rain is being able to pick up a mic or anything. I mean, I assume at least thunder is, but here's hoping the here's hoping my car is okay. Here's hoping. Alright, let's continue. I rack my mind for the best course of action, and at long last I arrive at a conclusion. I'll just have to find something else to sell. But what could that something be? I try to think. Finding inspiration is like trying to squeeze blood from a stone. I rack my brain, searching desperately for a solution. Anagachis? Nah, not exactly a must-have product. And even if we could sell a few, I don't know what that'd say about the folks carrying them around. Best for the whole world if we keep them off the streets. Let's see, what else? Aha! I've got it! I pick up the miracle stone I just tossed away, clutching it firmly in my mitt. Yes! I tilt my gaze toward the heavens and make a wish. Please, grant me a miracle. And my wish is granted. I'd like one, please. I'll take 10. Mr. Yanagashita can barely keep up with the demand as the crowd clamors for their miracle stones. Everyone is smiling and laughing, their bodies enthusiastically swaying to and fro. You are happy, and you are happy. You are all very, very happy. Standing on stage, I hold up my miracle stone, swinging it like a pendulum as I recite my magic little chant. Bye, bye. Buy a miracle stone. Stone, ooh, stone, stone. The room vibrates with cheering and rumbles with applause. It really is like a miracle. I think I've actually turned this disaster around. Whoever smashed all the burning hammer, I don't know who you are or where you are, but thank you. I realize now that I'm crying tears of joy. I've never felt satisfaction like I feel right now, seeing all these blissful customers purchasing one miracle stone after another. It feels like nothing could possibly go wrong. Honestly, Jesus, a piece of hail hit the window and freaked me out there. Honestly, I'm just grateful to God that I get to be here right now. And then she becomes a televangelist. I have the utmost conviction that this is where my life truly begins. Oh my god, the hail is actually pelting the windows now. Must be coming at such an angle. Where's that? My door. What is... I gotta check what's going on. I'm too curious. Power is wavering. I might just have to like end the stream, because I don't want to just have it just weirdly cut out if the power does go out, you know? Also, I'm actually afraid for my car. Let me just see what's happening here, and then I'll make an executive decision. It's not long after that epic sales event that I'm hired on by Yamato Health Foods Company Ltd. Pretty soon after that, I'm on a plane bound for South America. I'm on a business trip to purchase our next product, Amazonian Miracle Mud. That's a great still as well. A lot of great pictures in tonight's stream. It's a bad end though. South American business trip. Tama prospers in her new life as an employee of Yamato Health Foods. This is but one possible future for her. And hey, maybe it's even a pretty decent one. Still, wouldn't you like to see what happens if she sticks to Burning Hammer? That's not even a bad ending. That's just like, she does some other weird shit. Games like, you've got to see what happens with the Burning Hammer. The power keeps like wavering in and out. It feels like I'm very close to losing everything. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna make executive decision. Although I hate it, especially because I had taken a couple nights off. I'm just going to end the stream really early. Didn't even hit an hour. For a couple reasons. One, I need to see if I I don't even know if I can really go outside and try and move my car under better position at this point. That might be not a possibility, but so that, like I said, I would hate to be in the middle of stream and power go out, because that's going to be obnoxious to do everything else, so, to fix. So, I think I'll just call it, come back tomorrow, and, I'll update on whether my car makes it through the hail that is coming. Yeah. Shitty circumstances. I'll hopefully come back tomorrow, and I'll put in time into this so we can not have this weirdness and stuff. But like I said, like, I'm surprised the streaming and power and everything didn't go completely out, because like the whole lights and everything like went, like, if the a sound, if I could assign a sound to what my power was doing, it was like like wavering in and out. That probably sounded really weird, but it stands. So I'm gonna cut here, both the stream and for the archive, and we'll come back tomorrow, hopefully, assuming everything is okay. Assuming I don't die. Who knows, maybe it hails so hard I don't know, consumes my life somehow. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, tomorrow night, and maybe this will be all blown over. And we'll be fine. And my car, it won't be damaged. But who knows? See you tomorrow night.